Hi, y'all. All right, so real quick, I did restructure a bit again, just in an effort to get it out and done. I kind of combined a couple of episodes. This one is going to be talking about her arrests. I'm not really going to go into detail about all of them, right? I'm only going to highlight the ones that she specifically lied about, okay? So let's get into it.
Theft by deception. It's a shoplifting charge. In the giving an officer false information. The giving an officer false information because it was my information. I didn't give it to him. They give it to him, but it was my maiden name. That one was taken off, and I did still get the shoplifting charge. So what are we at? We're at 2 charges, right? Next one is my DUI, and the next one is my DUI.
Now, this is the FOIA for that arrest. And surprise, I know, Victoria lied. She actually gave her eldest daughter's name and date of birth. But the officer pressed her, saying that she looked too old to be that age. She continued to deny it, even said that Victoria was her mother. And then only when she was presented with both photos did she admit that she lied. As you can see, when she admitted to lying after the photograph comparison.
All right. This one, y'all can't see the top, and it says theft by deception, cold checks is what the top one says. And yes, Daisy May, I'm telling my story. And giving an officer false information. Not gonna lie to y'all. Why would I? It's right there. Plain as fucking day. I was in Walmart.
Not gonna lie to y'all, but you lie? And you wonder why you're not credible? You legitimately just said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's right there. Why would I? And then proceed with a fucking lie. Now, call me crazy, but somebody that's trying to change, be honest, take accountability for their actions, right? Wouldn't they try to be honest? Not double down, which is a pattern of behavior for Victoria. She tries to double down only when presented with irrefutable proof that she cannot get out of said lie is when she will admit to the lie. There's several of these, right? She also left out a couple, but I got y'all. The next one I'm going to discuss is the Dollar General and the towel, right? Because, yet again, she lies.
The next one is another theft charge. That's the $7 towel. That is a new charge.
Now, here's the police report. Arrived on the scene, advised a white female had come into the store, took several items, and wrapped them in a beach towel valued at $13. Is there anything that you could be honest about? Honestly, the clerk was unable to see what she had wrapped in the towel, but followed the female as she went past the last point of purchase and got into her vehicle. Weird. The police, when they arrived on scene, and they spoke, they identified Victoria, and they went and located her at a water park. To everyone's surprise, I'm sure, Victoria continued to lie and look for a receipt that she knew damn well she did not have. Only at the end did she admit that she did not have a receipt. So the reason why she was only charged with the towel is because that was all they could prove. And as you could see, the price was $13. Right? But yet another arrest when Victoria continues to lie until she is forced with proof that she cannot deny, in which case she will cop. It's also apparent that Victoria has a problem with fucking stealing, whether in person or on the goddamn internet.
Bed. I just want everybody to know I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to tell y'all the legitimate stuff that happened. But again, this shoplifting charge, I had a towel. It was $14, but it was 50% off. It was over my arm. Yes, I don't even remember, but probably when I got to the truck to put everything into the truck, I probably realized that I still had that hanging over my arm and it didn't get rang up, or didn't know if it got rang up, and just tossed it in there with it. I'm not going to tell y'all I probably didn't do that. I don't remember if I did that or not, but could she not just pop her head back out around the corner and be like, hey, did we forget to ring that up? Because I 1,000,000% did not intentionally put that on my arm, visible. I'm putting stuff up on to be checked out with that towel hanging off my arm, a beach towel. Whatever. So, y'all see, yeah. Anyway, that's what this is from. It does. It really does. But again, at the end of the day, I made a mistake. I should have probably went back inside, been like, hey, we didn't ring this up. But y'all want to be honest really quick for just a second? Like, how many people has got out of Walmart and you've had a case of Cokes on the bottom of your cart and you didn't turn it back around? Or a water, or something rolled up underneath the baby's car seat? Like, I mean, I know plenty of people that have accidentally did stuff like that. This was over a $7 towel. I had money still in my wallet. I could have easily just went back in and paid for it if she would have said something. Walmart does it all the time, though. Dollar General does it all the time, though. I mean, maybe they can't at Walgreens. I don't know. I think I've had it done at Walgreens before, too. Because I went in, yes, because I was doing an order. I went in, I got a soda for myself. I paid for it, and then I started doing my order. And when I came back up to check out my order, she was like, hey, did we ring up that soda? So, I mean, it's happened at Walgreens, too.
So real quick, you're not trying to justify anything while justifying everything. Also, anybody that works in retail knows that if you suspect shoplifting, you are not supposed to approach them at all. At all. But it was her fault that she didn't stop you? No. And I don't give a shit if the towel was $7. You took it. And no, Victoria, this may come as a fucking shock to you. But no, not everybody has walked out with something they didn't pay for and not gone back in to pay for it. That's wrong. And this is your problem. Your moral compass is fucking skewed. Do you hear me? It is skewed. And it is going to take a lot of fucking work for you to change that. But you're not interested in change. You only want people to believe that you've changed. So I do find it interesting that there was a couple that Victoria did leave out. Why? I don't know. But I'm going to add them here, okay? Because she was also in trouble at shoplifting. There's twice at Walmart, one at Dollar General, one at Meijer. Okay, so I'm going to get into the ones that she left out. This is one that she left out, where she walked into Meijer and she stole 2 tents, large tents, by the way. This is the police report about the theft of those tents, and just a continuation. Oh, here's another one, okay? This is another one with Walmart. You know, she had to keep up with such important items to steal, right, Victoria? Little ridiculous, but what do I know? It's a little crazy. So, Victoria tried to private that live. A day late and a dollar short, if you will, because I screen recorded it months ago. Once I knew that she lied about giving her daughter's name and not her maiden name, I figured that I might as well get it while I could, right? Now, this might come as a shock to you, Victoria, but even in that live, she justifies everything. It's truly crazy. Justifies, minimizes, right? It's not funny or a joke that you are a thief. It's just not. Never mind the fact that you're behind in child support because you have to eat Chick-fil-A and fucking live in filth and shop at Walmart all the time while not taking care of your kids. Wild.
I have the original assault charge.
Wasn't an assault charge. It was a child abuse charge, Victoria. We will get into it later in this series, but what we did find out when I got back the FOIA was that she hit one of her daughters with a closed fist while holding a baby, and then she open hand hit another one. So, also, that's not the first, it's not the last, it's not the only. There were multiple forms of abuse going on in that home. You're lucky that's the only charge you got.
And the next one is the flagrant non-support, which is the child support case, and that is being taken care of. Again, yes, that was something new. It could be a felony, but because it's being taken care of, I have not been convicted of this charge yet. The rest of them I've been convicted of so far. I've been sentenced, convicted, have to pay my fines, have to do my time, blah, 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 blah. That is my only thing that is, like, open, that we don't know if I'm going to have a conviction on it yet or not. And then the rest of those that goes with that is the failure to appears that were dropped. So, out of the 11 times that I've been put in jail, half of them are because my dumb ass didn't remember to go to court.
Do you think that somehow minimizes the ones that you have? I'm confused. Having those FTAs just proves that you're irresponsible, first of all. Secondly, none of your charges are good charges, Victoria. They're all bad charges. Outside of the child abuse, DUI, you risked other people's lives every fucking time you got behind the wheel of the car in the condition that you were in. Never mind with your fucking kids in the back seat. You risked your life. You deserved way more than what you got. No accountability, though. Fuck it. Your flagrant non-child support for not paying child support in 3 fucking years. Yeah, that is still very much an open case. I don't see that changing. Whether these cases are open or closed, you still owe a shit ton of court fees. I saw one for $28. Why not pay it? You're trying to be a better person. Give up the fucking DoorDash and the fast food. Maybe then you would fucking pay your bills on time.
I have my DUI. I have 2 driving on a DUI suspended, or a suspended license because of a DUI.
So not only did you get a DUI, but then you didn't learn your lesson. So you got 2 more? Caught twice more?
The frequent non-support. Oh, and then 2 shoplifting charges. Now, if anybody has any questions, I will more than welcome for y'all to ask them. I don't care. You can ask them in the comments. You can come up in a box. I am going to tell you, if you come up in a box, you will be respectful, though.
Even in your tone, you're trying to minimize the things that you've done. That's not good, right? That's not change, person. That's being honest and trying to take accountability. That's not what that is. Just figured you should know that. Also, most people take care of their children, whether financially or otherwise. You do nothing. Just for shits and giggles, I ran another background on her today, and, Victoria thinks that because the child abuse charge, that she wasn't convicted of it, that it shouldn't come up on her background, but it does. These are all her charges. And as you could see, child abuse is still very much there. Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later on. Victoria also has a serious problem calling the police for things that are not police issues or not important, or however you want to word it. She has called the police multiple times on people on the internet, even troll accounts. Yeah, troll accounts. I said troll accounts. She's even called the Kentucky State Police on 14-year-old kids that threaten on video games. I thought that all people that play video games have that type of, I don't know, banter, if you will, on 14-year-old boys. Weird. So weird. On this one, Victoria called the KSP to alert them of a troll account. Comments and screenshots of a troll account. Caller states that she is being harassed by people on social media via Reddit. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can you imagine calling the goddamn police on fucking Reddit? Who do you think you are, Victoria? Never forget that Victoria called the police on I guess, me and Reaper, saying, caller advised that there are people harassing her online and making videos claiming she is a pedophile. Ma'am, first and foremost, I don't harass you, okay? This here is my platform, and as long as I'm telling the truth about you, that's not harassment. Under the eyes of the law, it is not harassment. Do you understand that? Never mind the fact I have never called you a pedophile. Not one time. Not one time. Did I say that you groomed him? I sure did, and I still believe you did. So, what? You just call the police for every little thing in your fucking life? Can you imagine, y'all, if I started calling the police on the fucking people on the internet like that? I'm just gonna add them so that they hear. These are the first DUI. Here's an operating on suspended. Operating on suspended. Failure to have an interlock device. That's kind of interesting because I don't know why she would need an interlock device. Her police report did specify that she was on drugs, not alcohol. So I don't know why that's relevant, but I put it here just for transparency's sake. Now, there's also the cold checks, right? Here's one. Here's two. And here's number 3. So, I don't know why she left those out. Strange. I also want to go back to this for a second because I find it strange. I have never seen proof of Victoria having a following of over 200K. And right here it says 160. So that's just pointing it out.
Most people know some shit went down. There was arguments and fights and all kinds of crap happening at my house. The police were called. I was arrested for the very top charge. Now, I will say, I was told that I probably wouldn't have got arrested for that very top charge had I not had these other 2 charges too. I did not know I had 2 failure to appears for traffic violations. Those are traffic violations. Again, this is the very first time I ever got arrested. It was the night before Thanksgiving in 2021. Like I said, some things went down. 911 was called. They came out to the house. I was arrested. This is also the day that my older children left my home. Again, I can't get into this elaborate because I am in a gag order on this top charge. That is the only reason I am not defending myself on that, because I can't. But I can say this is no longer on my record. This was downgraded to a lesser charge. Okay? Basically, it is the same thing as like a domestic violence charge. And the child part is dropped off of it as well. So I no longer have this top charge. It's gone. I pled out to that. What is it called? Basically that I pled to a lesser charge so that we didn't have to go through the courts or whatever. I didn't admit to doing anything, but I didn't admit to not doing anything. Okay? But again, I'll go into that more when things are done, but I can't talk about that. Obviously, these other 2 were failure to appears, and they were traffic violations, had to pay. It's called something. I wish Amy was in here. She would have been, the Alford plea. Thank you so very much. I Alford plead to that top one. What Blaze said, Alford plea. I took it out.
That's a goddamn lie. You would have been arrested anyway. You would have been arrested anyway because you assaulted 2 of your children. Let that sink in, okay? I also, just really quick, I'm just breezing over it, y'all. It'll be heavier discussed later on. Stop acting like you didn't do it. Stop justifying the conditions that those children lived in. The infamous gag order. Let's talk about that gag order, shall we? Where's the gag order, Victoria? The case is closed. The case where you assaulted your children is closed. So where's the gag order? You just said you took a plea. You admitted that. So where's the gag order? Why can't you talk about it? Those kids are not in your care, right? The kids that you assaulted that night are not part of your CPS case. Where's the gag order? Just wondering. And just for shits and giggles, okay? You took a plea. That doesn't mean you're fucking innocent, Victoria. Every time I hear you justify that, knowing what I know, you're lucky that you are where you are. You are disgusting. You have no business worrying about what people on fucking TikTok are saying about you. You should be worried about the damage that you caused to those fucking kids. The audacity of you. The audacity of you. I'm also just going to add this here for the sake of it being, flowy. This is the child abuse charge. I will get into that in depth in another episode, but just so you know, it's here. I know that she says that she was not convicted. Victoria, you abused those kids. And every single time you deny it, you are spitting in their face. I just thought that you should know that. Also find it super fucking weird how you are so concerned about what the people on the internet think about you, but don't give a fuck what the people that you have to face in real life do.
I'm telling you, they want me to shut up and it ain't fucking happening. Like, how you gonna come talk crap about me and then be mad because I'm talking crap about me? So funny. Again, I know I'm doing something right when they gotta come at me like this. When they gotta bring up old shit. It's so hilarious to me.
No. People bring it up because it is things that you have lied about and need to take accountability for, right? See, it all leads back to you being dishonest and you being unable to verbalize the fact that you were fucking wrong. It all leads back to that. And it's crazy. If you just caved and did it, you see it as like, I'm not going to give them what they want. You're only hurting yourself, babe. You're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anybody else by being dishonest. You're not hurting anybody else by not taking accountability. You're hurting you.
Judging another addict, or they're judging somebody. It ain't none of this, while I understand where she's at, like, let's try to help her get to the other side. No. Like, for some reason, I don't feel like that's what hardly anybody is doing. We are just, myself included. I probably said some pretty judgmental shit, too. And at the end of the day, can you look back to your story and think about if you did have access to social media? Those couple of times that you really, really, really needed some money and you couldn't figure out how to get some. Imagine what you would have done if you had access. And I'm just talking about the people that says, I'm so glad it wasn't around when I was in addiction. Now, play out that scenario in your head and tell yourself, why in the hell are you sitting here judging somebody else instead of trying to help somebody else?
Interesting take, right? Why would another addict judge another addict? It's not that we're judging you, right? And you do this to yourself, Victoria. You really do. It's super unfortunate because if you would just listen sometimes, you might learn something. But you're so stuck in thinking that you are always right, have all the answers. You are what I call unteachable. You are what I call, at this point anyway, constitutionally incapable. That personality disorder that you have, that those in your real life call you a narcissist, right? That prevents you from seeing the issue. You want everybody to clap their hands, but you haven't done much to clap your hands about. Did you get on Matt? Yes, that's not all recovery is, Victoria. And no, this might blow your fucking minds. Not all addicts have done the things that you've done, Victoria. It's another justification that your mind uses to justify the shitty fucking things that you've done, that you clearly refuse to take accountability for. That's the issue, and that will be your biggest hang-up. I said it before, and I will say it again. You are where I was 15 years ago, except I had custody of my kids, There's a lot of years, a lot of lessons, a lot of pain in between there. And as long as you dig in your heels and you refuse to listen to anybody, it's just going to make it harder for you. That's the truth. That's not me saying I hope you relapse. That's me telling you, I know what's coming. I have sponsored over 100 women. There are patterns of behavior that I pick up on. This is one of them. You continuing to be dishonest about any of it, it is going to be a problem for you, right? Now, I know that you have people on the internet thinking that you've taken accountability to those that matter. No, you haven't. You still lie to them. You still lie to them. And it's strange because they don't even think that you're fully sober. It's weird. You know, I know you get upset, right? But one of your friends told us that you were drinking puzzballs. That came from somebody you talk to and consider a friend. I'll ask, Victoria, why are so many people just tolerate you? Did you ever wonder that? Did you ever wonder that? Yeah, probably not. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself there. Because you really don't think that you're the problem. Normal people don't have one DUI. Not all addicts have DUIs, Victoria, let alone other ones. That's not, no. The things that you've done, addiction is not an excuse for. And the sooner that you learn that and understand that, the better off you might be. It's not an excuse, what we've done in active addiction. Most of us that have actual recovery, not just abstinent and on mat, we understand that. We understand that the things that we've done, there are consequences for. This is your consequence. You will probably be repaying for the rest of your life the things that you've done. You can't get mad at it, right? Karma sees all, Victoria. Karma sees everything. And your intentions are shit. Your intentions are shit. Your intentions to deceive, lie, steal, that's all going to come back to you, honey. Do you know that? I don't think you fully understand. I think that you actually justify a lot of things. And whether you do it as a defense mechanism to protect your inner self from feeling what you've done, I don't know. I can't give you that answer. But this is crazy. The fact that you continuously justify everything. There is no justification, Victoria. There is no justification for how many times you got behind the wheel of a fucking car and risked other people's lives. There's no justification for that. There is no justification for the fact that you steal whenever you can. There's no justification from that. You have very one-way relationships. And people, they notice stuff like that. And this is another thing. Like, you think that people don't notice you say one thing and then you say another? You think people don't notice that? People are much more perceptive than you give them credit for. Because I promise you, they say it. And guess where they wind up? In my DMs. In my email. I don't know how much longer I can stomach talking to her, is what some of them say. I don't think that you fully grasp it. You are so concerned about what the internet thinks of you. Let that sink in. That's where your priorities are. It's weird. Your therapist, counselor, whatever the fuck you call her, if they ain't pushing you, they're no good. Any counselor that kind of, strokes your ego and does shit like that, they're not the one for you. You need somebody hard on you. You need somebody that is going to be honest with you and not gaslight you. Is it good that you stop doing drugs? Yeah. But that's not all recovery is, Victoria. And the shit that is in this video, the absolute justifications, the lies. You had what, 3 months, not even, sober when you did that? The end of July? Not even. But you're coming up on a year sober, right? If you could explain the videos that I have of you clearly being high in March and June, that would be great. That would be great. Because that's another thing an addict in recovery doesn't do. We don't overcompensate in that type of way. We are thankful and grateful for every day that we have clean. Why? Because it could have been much different. We don't add time on to our clean time. Dishonest, right? That's dishonest. Nobody that is actually in recovery and trying to be a better person every day is going to continuously, daily make the choice to be dishonest, to be deceitful. No, none of us are going to do that. You just can't take it. You have a projection issue as well. Projection all over the place, right? It's super unfortunate that you don't just take the things that are said to you and try to make yourself a better person. Because the person you are today, nope. I would rather somebody be honest, forthcoming, which let's not even, not on a fucking nice, good day are you forthcoming. You lied your ass through that whole life. And like, realistically speaking, right? You had to know when you told me, I don't give a fuck if you do a deep dive, right? What happened? Did it not occur to you that I was going to do the deep dive and point out all of your lies? That didn't occur to you? Maybe that's something to think about. Because if I was hiding as much as you were hiding, I would have never said that. And then we come to this, do you think that you're being honest? Because that's a whole separate issue. Because you have to know that you're lying. And listen, it always comes out. It always comes out. No matter how much you try to hide the truth will always find a way to come out. Maybe that's what you're experiencing now. Other people you've been able to silence. You ain't doing that with me. And you know that, right? I do want to just really quick say, struggles, babe. You have no idea. You have no idea. It sucks because I would have done my homework before aligning myself with somebody like that. That's unfortunate for you because you know what's going to happen, right? Your friendship is going to end the way all the other ones end. And she will sit on a live stream and lie about you too, just so you know, because she can't have others think that she's the problem. Good luck, Victoria. Good luck. Okay, a couple of things, okay? I said I did some restructuring because I was sick, right? So it's not going to be 10 episodes. I'm looking at 6 or 7 right now because I merged 2 episodes like I was trying to get it done. So I merged 2 episodes. That's the first thing. Secondly, I overshot time by a lot. This video was 33 minutes, okay? So I think that it'll probably be 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour for like the real heavy episodes, but I think that this is more realistic. But I just want to keep y'all updated. I don't have enough in me to keep going. I'm going to end it here. I'm doing what I can. Please, there are a couple of things that I'm waiting on, so that's a big part of the restructuring. So I moved the episodes that I'm waiting for things for towards the end, okay? Everything is written. The proof I have. The only thing that I would need to do is arrange the clips, the proof, and film. Now, I'm doing what I can. Please understand. And it's not that I feel pressure by people telling me to get it done. I feel like I let myself down. I set that date and I did it with good intentions, right? Like I was like, I'm just going to set a date so that I just get it done. And then I got sick. And it kind of slowed me down. Then as I was putting things together, I realized, oh, I need this. Oh, wait, this is happening. Let me ease back a bit. Let me get some other things done. And then I will get to the end. Okay. So I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on the next one.